Hello, my dear friends. This lesson for year 5, first term, lesson number 3, which is talking about parts of a flower and reproduction. So, what are the parts of the flower? The first part is receptacle, which is the last part of the stem, and also can carry all the flower's parts. After that, we can see green leaves are called sepals, which protect the flower before blooming. Now we can see colored part of the flower, which attract insects, of course, and the colored parts are petals. Now let's talk about the important part for reproduction, male organs and female organs. All the male organs are called stamen. It consists of 2 parts, anther, that has pollen grains inside, and the pollen grain is the male gamete. Filament, it only carries the anther. Now let's talk about the female organs, which are called pistil or carpel. Female organs are consist of 3 parts. Stigma, which is so sticky. Why? So it can stick to the pollen. Style, it's only a tube supports the stigma and of course connect the stigma to the ovary. Now the important part is ovary. Is the female part that turns into fruits, and also it has ovules inside. And you know, ovules will combine with the pollen and they can make or form a seed. So, how can the pollination happen to form a seed? I need to know how can the pollination happen. So we have 2 types of pollination: self-pollination and cross-pollination. Self-pollination, it means the pollen transfers from the anther, which is the male, to the stigma in the same flower. That's why it's self-pollination. Cross-pollination, cross, it means it moves. So the pollen grain transfers from anther of a flower to the stigma of another flower. So how? Through insects, birds, and wind. So now we have 3 steps of cross-pollination. And insects are called what? Pollinators. Why? Because they move the pollen from the male part, from the anther, to the female part, which is the stigma. So, cross-pollination, we said we have 3 ways the pollen will transfer from a flower or the male flower to the female flower in another plant. So number 1, the cross-pollination can be happened by insects. So it has many conditions. So petals have to be colored and scented to attract the insects. And also the pollen grain supposed to be sticky so it can stick to the insect's body. So now the insects can carry the pollen. Number 2, pollination by air or wind. Also, it has many conditions. Number 1, the stigma is supposed to be feathery-like and sticky. Number 2, anther is hanged, so it be easily opened by air. Number 3, pollen are produced in a huge number because most of the pollen will be lost in the air. And also, it's supposed to be light in weight, so wind can carry the pollen. The last one of cross-pollination is artificial pollination. Of course, artificial, it means it carried by humans, like the palm trees. Now let's talk about the last process to form the seed, which is fertilization. When pollen or the male cell combines with a female cell, which is ovules, to form a zygote or a seed. And later the ovary will turn into a fruit. Now it's a complete process for fertilization in the flower. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to watch more videos from your lovely channel, Science Words with Miss Dina.